Hail, bird of prey. 5. Hail, Karuga.
Kapla!
Kapla.
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Garuga. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
If you come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. If you're here to make war, we surrender.
Both good. The important thing is I'm meeting new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. And that means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird o' Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Kodak introduces the extraordinary Kodamatic trim print instant color film. Unlike the ordinary instant print, the extraordinary trim print lets you lift off the image to capture the color just the way you like it. And now look how slim I am. I slip easily into places the ordinary bulky instant doesn't fit. So you can keep me in style here in your album with your regular pictures. You can trim me. Watch it. And I'm so thin you can put me where you couldn't put an ordinary instant picture. You can show me off. You can do all kinds of things with me that you can't do with an ordinary instant picture. Here I am, with the new Kodamatic trim print instant color film.
Anyone can do extraordinary things. But he didn't tell you trim print is only for Kodamatic instant cameras.
He didn't tell him it's only from Kodak.
What?
You didn't tell him it was only from Kodak.
Extraordinary.
Thank you.
Trim print, the extraordinary new instant color film from Kodak.
Read about tennis tots, political posters, and the miniseries Shogun, all in the new issue of TV Guide magazine.
You're cool, you're crisp, you're hard to resist, you're bright, ooh, refreshingly light, ooh, you're Canada dry, you're a singular style, you're a reason to smile, you're clever, you're neat, you're never too sweet, ooh, you're Canada dry, you tickle, you're making me laugh, oh, ooh, you're Canada dry, ooh, you're Canada dry. You got a date, skin's looking great, cause Clearasil's ace. Face to face, face to face to face. See you at 8, skin's looking great, CJ's the place. Face to face.
Clearasil gives you great-looking skin, even close up. Inside, it kills bacteria to dry the pimple.
Clearasil's ace. Face to face.
Outside, it soaks up all the excess oil.
Feeling first rate, cause skin's looking great, cause Clearasil's ace.
Clearasil, for skin that looks great, even close up.
Face to face, face to face to face to face to face.
Get a little closer. Now don't be shy. You can get a little closer with Arid Extra Dry.
Only Arid has a patent on this formula that fights wetness. No leading deodorant spray stops odor better. And now Arid has a new baby fresh scent. It smells,
Get a little closer with the baby fresh scent of Arid Extra Dry.
Arid fights wetness and odor, now in a new baby fresh scent.
Hello world, there we are. Oh my God. Hello world, it's Birdo Prey 5, Cupla, and we're only, 7 minutes late into starting the stream. Oh my God. I can't believe after, I don't know, however many weeks or months without this being an issue, all of a sudden, for some reason, not StreamYard, OBS decided to take a dive and fuck up. First fuck up for OBS in a long time. And I had to try to figure out how to fix this, and I am fucking exhausted. Fucking exhausted. It is a new level of tiredness on the Kurogen scale of how tired could you fucking be. Somehow I still find. I was like, well, I actually felt pretty good a couple of weeks ago, thinking I had hit rock bottom. Like, well, there's no way I'll ever be worse than I am now. No way I'll ever need to poop more and be awake more. And so I felt pretty good. Like if I could make it through 2 or 3 weeks ago, I could make it through anything. And now, of course, we're a couple of weeks later, and I'm like, oh my God, how do I stop myself from thinking along those lines? Because there is no it'll never get that bad again. No matter how bad I think this is the bottom of the barrel. This is it. It'll never get this bad again. I am always reminded as to how wrong I can be. And yeah. What an upbeat stream, says Mama Pray. And I'm sorry, Mama Pray. I promised I would stream. I couldn't promise it would be an upbeat stream. You get one or the other, not both. Streaming or not, but not both. Promise of an upbeat stream or not. Let's see. It's a shame too, because there was 7 minutes there of near constant chatter. Certainly more than me just saying now. Okay, let me bring up the chat and go through it, and we'll see what you guys have been talking about, and we'll go from there. Jedi Bill, Kapla, Jedi Bill, first in the chat, says Kapla, brother warrior, Birthday 5. All should hail Karoga. Thank you, Jedi Bill. And John Gill says, sup, John. Not Ryan Johnson says hello, and Kapla. Hail Karoga. Thank you, not Ryan Johnson. Hakeem says, happy Flat Earth Day. Kapla Bird, hope you and the family are doing well. Well, today is not technically Flat Earth Day. It is more technically just Earth Day. So if you believe the Earth is flat, then that's fine. It is your Earth Day just as well. If you don't feel that the Earth is flat, that's also fine. But it's only Earth Day. You don't need to specify whether the shape of the planet. Yvette says, good evening, Bird and everyone. Good evening to the lovely Yvette. Captain Fandom Nerd says, hello, Bird 5. Kapla, Captain Fandom Nerd. And again, another thank you, Captain Fandom Nerd, who sent Doomka a membership chat this past Friday on Friday Night Frolic. And was able to get Doomcock to sing a song for me and Mama Pray. And I heard it. It was like midnight or after midnight, like 12:45, when 12:15 a.m. when Doomcock mentioned it. I happened to be awake because I wasn't sleeping. I unfortunately haven't been sleeping for the last few days, and but on the plus side, I was awake, so I was able to ask in the chat, even though it took me like 5 minutes to type out one word. It took me quite a while to type out the one word to let him know to play the song. So it was, I think it was at 12:15 a.m. that he played the song. I had asked him to play the song probably about 20 minutes earlier. Anyway, the song I asked for him to play is Down to the Valley to Pray. It's Mama Pray's, one of Mama Pray's favorite songs that Doomcock does. And so if if anybody ever needs to ask directly, Mama Frey likes down to the river, down, not the valley, down the valley to pray. Not the river. I accidentally called it the river once or twice. It isn't back down to the valley. John Araki, Kapla John Araki, with a $1 super chat. And John Araki gifted 5 memberships. Kapla John Araki, 5 memberships gifted. Mike Richards, Cinnabon Bunny, Stan Lee, Gorilla's Random Thoughts, and Fodder Stomp. Fodder Stomp. You're the 5. You are the lucky 5 today. Thank you so much, John Araki. And John Araki, your dollar chat, what's that, a like? Let's get. So since when do individual super chats get like buttons? That's interesting. I can like it as a creator, but I can also apparently hit the like as just a random YouTube watcher. So thank you. Thank you. 47 Yorktown says Earth Day equal Vladimir Lenin's birthday. Wow. That was from 47 Yorktown. Miss Londell's Groovy Movie says Kapla. Kapla, Miss Londell. Mike Richards' greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Gorilla Random Thoughts says gotta lurk. No worries, Gorilla. Thank you for lurking. DJ Play Nice says hey to Gorilla. John Gill says woof. 47 Yorktown says hello, young sir. Hello, 47. Jediville says hello to Gorilla's Random Thoughts and to John Gill. Jediville just said that. LDG is waving. Welcome, LDG. John Gill says evening to Free the Net. LDG. And I let everybody know I saw the audio problem and was working on it. A solution was being worked on as quickly as I could. LDG Free the Net says hashtag eating a salad. No audio. Yes. DJ Play Nice says hey to Mr. Londell, Mike Edwards, Captain Fandom Nerd, 47 Yorktown, John Gill, LDG, Jediville, Hakeem, and not Ryan Johnson. And bless you to Mama Frey, who had some sneezing going on. Mike Richards is sabotage. He's been sabotaged. Is there a Chronos Day? Asked Mike Gill. Of course there is, but I'm not going to tell you when it is. LDG says, what? No sound, oh bird, 5 in emoji. DJ Play Nice says, I'm the only one in the chat that's not a mod. Yeah, well, that happens every so often, DJ Play Nice. Would you like to be a mod? Because you've been coming around. You've been coming around for enough time. So if you're okay with it, if you'd like to be a mod, just be sure that you are not going to be in a position to butt ban people. If you'd like to that responsibility, you can be a mod, and then you can put in links anywhere you need to link to. Just let me know. Confirm. Jedi Bill says, hello to DJ Play Nice. You certainly deserve it, DJ. You've been here long enough, which is not particularly long. Howdy to DJ Play Nice, says 47 Yorktown. John Gill says, while we wait, I put in a second like. LDG says, did you try jiggling the cable? DJ Play Nice is now 7 at John Gill. LDG says, I remember when that used to fix everything. Jiggling the cable. Remember when jiggling anything would fix it. Right. Speaking of jiggling things, never mind. That's probably not the best thing to talk about. For me, or for Nephew O'Praise. Dealings with the reality of life as a kid who's growing up. Not going to have the diapers anymore, and will soon have to just deal with the reality of peeing and pooping in the real world. LDG says, I remember when that used to fix everything. What? The second line used to fix everything. DJ Play Nice says now 7 to John Gill. LDG says, I remember when that used to fix everything. John Gill says the classic turning it off and turning it on again still fixes my audio. DJ Play Nice says 8 and climbing. LDG says, there we go. Hakeem says hello. And to DJ Play Nice. DJ Play Nice says like basically a hello to Yvette. And then we lost what was in there. And I just, it jumped. Jiggling the cable. 8 and jumped. DJ Play Nice says Yvette. Hakeem gives a big pink wave to DJ Play Nice. Hakeem says, I want an instant camera. Life is too short to develop. Mr. Lundell says he starts and goes right to commercial, just like YouTube. I went to YouTube because the goddamn audio wasn't working. Mr. Lundell says he starts, John Gill says, I think the audience is a bit past using Clearasil. Surprise. you're never past using Clearasil. John Gill says, I think the audience is a bit past using Clearasil. And John Gill says, I just said that. Miss Lodell says, OBS debacle. I blame LDG. Hakeem says, I had a problem with OBS the other day after the last update. Maybe that's what I had a problem with, because I did not know there was an update. John Gill says, nice job soldering on streaming, though. You went off YouTube and StreamYards for 3 weeks, cause it would have been to not very upbeat. Lol. Hashtag blame Salty, says Mike Richards. I knew that was going to get thrown in there somehow. And John Araki with another $1 super chat, or maybe this is the first $1 super chat. So you now have 5 likes, John Araki, although I believe I liked it before. So I bet if I refresh this, like will still be there from before, but it will have overwritten. Not that there was anything to overwrite. John Yale says, is that new that I can like super chat? It appears to be new on my channel. I've heard people say they can like it on their own channel before, but I would go to look and I never heard of it. So now I see probably what they meant. John Gill says, is that new? I can like the super chat. Yes. John Araki says, Birdo Prey 5. Excuse me, my son's name, my son's name is also Bort. I remember The Simpsons selling all these damn names for Bort. Where how many people could actually have been named Bart during that? They're all buying these Bort posters or artwork from Krusty Land, and yeah, it was a really good Krusty Land. It was a really good episode of classic Simpsons, and yeah, you go back to an episode like that, and you realize that episode had to be passed pretty much, I believe, had to be after had to be after the death of Lionel Hutz, and so that was pretty early in the story when Lionel Hutz is dead, and remember the episode where we find out that technically he's dead. He's now Miguel Franchise or something like that. Miguel Franchise. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They figured out what happened. Oh, okay. Uh, Gorillas gotta lurk. Gotta lurk. John Gill says woof. Woof, woof, woof. 47 Yorktown says, hello, youngster. Hello, 47. John Jedi Bill says hello to Gorillas, Random Thoughts, and John Gill. LDG waves, a little concerned about everything, but waves nonetheless. John Gill says evening knit to the net. So hashtag free the net and LDG. And then I told people I know audio problem. I'm holding on checking. Like, what the fuck did I even mean by that? LDG says hashtag eating a salad. Oh, no audio. Thank you, LDG. DJ Play Nice says Miss Lindell's Groovy Movies. Mike Richards, Captain, Fandom Nerd. DJ Play Nice says to Miss Lundell, Mike Richards, Captain Fandom Nerd, 47 Yorktown, John Gill, LDG, and Jedi Bill, and Hakeem, and not Ryan Johnson. Mike Richards says sabotage. But Mike Richards has nothing to officially accuse sabotage of anyone. Is there a Kronos Day? Asked John Gill. As an Earth Day, is there a Kronos Day? I'm sure there is, but I'm also sure it is not today. I mean, it could be today, but more than likely, it's not today. I mean, it would make no sense for it to share the same day, unless, although it might make sense if today was it, and was today also, it could be hidden side story day. You never knew that the day the first contact took your real people for the first time ever. But that was just some fun to have for a one-off species to come back in the fourth season. Of course, to have a whole bunch of overpowered everything, and well, it is what it is. And Ronald Prey trying to fix this issue clearly set up for my stream to take the hit for it all. LDG says hashtag eating a salad. And no level. Mike Richards tells sabotage. DJ Play Nice says Miss Lundell, Mike Richards, Captain Phantom Nerd, 47 Yorktown, John Gill, LDG Freed the Net, Jedi Bill, Hakeem, and not Ryan Johnson. Is there a Kronos Day? Asked John Gill. Jedi Bill puts in a couple of emojis. Sorry, DJ Play Nice puts in a couple of emojis and says, "Am I the only one that chats? Not a mod." LDG puts in a no sound emoji along with audio and Berto Prey 5, the number 5, the no sound, oh pray, avatars and calendars. And DJ Play Nice says, "I'm the only one in the chat that's a mod." And yet, as you said, DJ Play Nice, virtually everyone in the chat just happens to be a mod or an op right this second, a mod on my channel. This is because Google has checked all the recent thumbnails it's been sent, and it says, yeah, hey, check out this image we were sent. It was indeed your selection for that account. And it was nice and fun and pretty cool to watch this afternoon. Mike Richards again yells, "Sabotage." John Gill was his classic look. DJ Play Nice has got the picture emojis up and says, "I'm the only one who can chat that's not a mod." How did I find myself back to that chat already? Oh God. John Gill says, "While we wait, I put in the second light." LDG at Freed the Net says, "Bird, did you try jiggling the cable?" DJ Play Nice says, now 7 to John Gill. LDG says, "I remember when that used to fix everything." John Gill says, "The classic turning it off would turn it on. Still fixes my audio." LDG says, "It's just a gift card." Does the classic turning it off? Does it? It's just a gift card. What does that say? DJ Play Nice wants to know if it's it says, "I'm the only one in chat that's not a mod." And 47 New York Town, I'm sorry, it's LDG says, did you try putting a jiggling the cable?" DJ Play Nice now down to 7. Okay. Okay. I dozed. I dozed. Um. Uh. I was still talking in my dream. And you probably heard Mama Pray in the background for the minute I was out. John Gill says, while we wait, I put in the second light. LDG says, did you try jiggling the cable? TJ Play Nice is now 7 to John Gill. LDG says, I remember when that used to fix everything. LDG says, I remember when that used to fix everything. John Gill says, for classic, turning it off and even on again, it still fixes my audio. DJ Play Nice says 8 and climbing. LDG at Free the Net. Classic. LDG says, I remember when it used to fix everything. John Gill says, the classic turning it off and turning it on again still fixes my audio. DJ Play Nice says 8 and climbing. LDG says, there we go. Hakeem says hello to DJ Play Nice. DJ Play Nice says hello to Yvette. Hakeem says, I want an instant camera. Life is too short to develop. Of course. Well, I mean, instant cameras kind of became a thing when they all went digital. When I started my job back in the year 2000, that was the year that I was just converting to digital. The first couple of business trips I was on well, I'll tell you, it was before business. When I went on my last vacation prior to working, it was all, there was no digital. I had no digital camera. Then the first vacation I was on after I started working, where I had a digital camera, it was about 50-50. I took about half the pictures with this digital camera and half the pictures with my older, real camera, film camera. And to be blunt, the film camera made much better pictures than the digital ones. But within a couple of years, not only did the digital ones start start doing better than the film, it's a fake. The film cameras were gone. I was done with the film cameras. Captain Phantom Nerd says, you need to sleep, Bird. Captain Phantom Nerd, thank you so much, man, for that super chat. I appreciate it. But I liked it. We'll see what happens. Does that do anything? But I'm waking up. I can feel the energy coming back into my system. So I think we'll be okay. Hakeem says, I want instant camera. Life is too short to develop. Or was that just a joke? That was a joke too. That was a joke on Doomcox. Harvey Harvey Cthulhu. God damn it. That was a joke from Friday Night Frolics. It was a good one, too. Miss Londell's Groovy Movie says he starts and goes right to commercials, just like YouTube. John Gill says the audience is a bit past using Clearasil. Miss Lundell's Groovy Movie says UBS debacle, blame LDG. Hakeem says I had a problem with OBS the other day after the last update, which I'm pretty sure I've read this 5 or 6 times already. John Gill says nice job soldering on streaming though. I just went off YouTube and StreamYards for 3 weeks because it would not have been very upbeat. Lol. Mike Richards is hashtag blame Salty. Indeed, Salty streamed this morning. I'm still not getting around to why he wants to do these full morning streams. But whatever. Whatever Salty wants, Salty does. John Gill says, is that new? I can like Super Chat. I think it is. John Araki says, Bird of Prey 5. Excuse me, my son's name is also Bort. Yeah, The Simpsons. DJ Play Nice says to John Gill, yes, it began yesterday. I think it started for different people on different days. I think YouTube has it planned out. Certain people get it certain times. Hashtag blame Salty. John Araki says it won't let me send a poop super sticker. It says I already own it. It won't let you send a poop super sticker. It says I already own it. What the hell does that mean? John Gill says interesting and not bad. Very, very cool. And then we got John Araki giving away his 5 memberships. Josh Street says, we demand Dear Mop. John Araki says, Mop 2024. DJ Play Nice says, hey to Josh Street. John Araki says, Nerdrotic greater than Doomcop. No. I love Gary. I love Gary, but Doomcock is a one-man show. He does everything there pretty much alone. And if he doesn't do it all alone, he certainly makes it seem like he does. Whereas Gary, as many people out there as he can find to help him, he's got that many people plus a few more. He's got X-Ray Girl. He's got all of Geeks and Gamers. He's got his own little circle of people, which, are all interesting people. But if I, Nerdrotic, you really can't compare them. Nerdrotic is like the big guy, and he's got more, a lot more subscribers. But Doomcock is a whole different type of thing. Doomcock is he's a villain. Doomcock is a villain, whereas Gary is not. And yet, surprisingly, the villain shows are more tame than what goes on Friday Night Frolics. Friday Night Tights versus Friday Night Frolic. Friday, holy shit. I do enjoy both shows, but I would, if stuck on an island or something, or as I often find myself stuck in a hospital bed with nowhere to go on a Friday night, I end up on Friday Night Frolics before I would, me watching. I would watch Friday Night Frolics with Doomcock, probably before. And I say probably before, but I mean every time. The plus side is that Friday Night Tights starts and sometimes ends before Doomcock begins. So usually you can see both, or at least listen to both. Antiderivative Jill says hello. Antiderivative Jill, and that was probably quite a while ago. Oh boy. Oh wow, yes. Okay, the chat jumped quite a bit. DJ Play Nice says hello to John Araki. Yeah, it was Antiderivative Jill at 4:16 p.m. It is now 4:52 p.m. Oh my God. DJ Play Nice says hello. Antiderivative Jill says hello back. Mike Richards says thank you to John Araki. FKHC 2005 says hail FKHC 2005. Hakeem says they added the ability to like super chats a few months ago, but it wasn't on every channel. Yeah, that sounds right. Josh Street says Kronos Day. Bird better not let Kronos know where it is, or he will get a bigger head again. Josh Street says, Bird, a big question. When is Sassy the Beagle Day? May what? May 1st, right. May 1st is Sassy's birthday. FKHC 2005 says, I blame that it's a day ending in a Y. The Traveler, Skapla West, and happy. Oh, we gotta sing West a happy belated birthday song. The Travelers with Vertebrae 5. Greetings, birds, turds, and nerds. Is there a Shut Up Wesley Day? You know there is, Traveler, and you know it was yesterday. So, get ready to enjoy this. This song is for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Wesley. Happy birthday to you. Shut up, Wesley. Yay. And many more, says Mom. Many, many more. Hakeem says, am I in the time loop? Or is Bird repeating the same thing? I don't know. Hakeem says, am I in the time loop? Or is Bird repeating the same thing? I got a laugh from Momo, right? DJ Play Nice says, hey to the traveler. And he says that you're right, Hakeem. Mercer Creates, Kapla Mercer, says hi Bird from me and Normal. Thank you, Mercer. Normal is a well-known name among my people. As you can see, the Garfield on the view screen. Normal, often found in a box being shipped to Abu Dhabi, and yet somehow always finding his way back again. Josh reads, it's Hakeem, you're in a ground day loop. Groundhog Day loop. Yeah, I knew I was going to come up. Mike Richards is laughing. DJ Play Night says it was the 4th time I was reading the same message. Hakeem says, oh, lol, thank God I had refresh on my phone 5 times, thinking it was on my end. John Gill says, Hakeem, in the beginning he said that he hasn't slept in a long time. Yeah, I was going to tell the story of how the first Earth Day began, but I forgot. Maybe I'll remember. Hakeem says, lol, okay. God, I had to refresh my phone 5 times thinking it was on. God damn it. That I definitely read twice. Bird is in a time loop, forever stuck repeating past chats, says the traveler. The traveler says, greetings to DJ Play Night. Something is wrong. That's the 5th time, says DJ Play Night. Mercer says, Normal says hi. Thank you, Mercer. I think Normal's power of saying hi is what broke the loop. Hakeem says, lol, I was legitimate worried that something was wrong with my internet. Like I heard him say jiggle 5 times now. Jingle? Jingle? I don't even remember. Jingle what? Jingle bells? The traveler says, is Bird falling asleep as he reads the chat? Yes. Mike Richards, hashtag Normal for Overlord. Josh Street says, Wesley, he must be. John Gill says, after my hospital stay a month ago, I couldn't sleep for days. I started hallucinating. Really weird experience. That's when Captain Phantom Nerd tells me I needed to sleep. And now we got 5 likes. 5 likes. And now we're back to 4 on his super chat. Stan Lee says, John Gill, you've been there. Was it from Detox? John Gill says, yeah, after they stopped with the anti-delirium sedatives, I got withdrawal from the sedatives. Stan Lee says, I think that's what causes the delirium part. You get delirious and hallucinate from lack of REM sleep. That's what it is. It's the lack of REM sleep. But here's the thing. I definitely had REM sleep in the last 24 hours because I remember multiple dreams. including one where I knew I was dreaming because I wear a ring that checks and monitors my oxygen percentage, and when the oxygen is low, it shakes. So it's basically, it's supposed to wake me up, but also I can just press the button on the ring to tell it to basically shut up for a couple minutes. I'll be okay. So last night I could feel my finger shaking, and so in the dream I knew I had this ring on because it was shaking, it was vibrating. But when I looked at my finger in the dream, there was nothing there. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, where is this vibration coming from? And I just keep looking at it, and I'm realizing, I'm like, this must mean I'm awake. I said, this must mean I'm asleep. But at the time, I really thought I was awake. I couldn't believe it. And so, yeah. But after a little longer, I realized, no, I must be dreaming. And in real life, this ring is going off. And I woke myself up. I had no idea at the time how long the ring had been alarming for. When I checked the next morning, it was only a couple of seconds. Maybe 10 seconds. It was not a prolonged event like I was afraid it had turned into. It was just a drop in time, and it would have been fine probably had I stayed asleep. Probably would have been better. Mercer says to Mike Richards, thanks. The Traveler says to Berto Prey, have Mamo Prey slap you awake and pour coffee down your mouth. Stan Lee says, yes, Mamo Prey. Mamo Prey says she's not going to waste her good coffee. I don't like coffee, that's true. And she does. Stanley says to John, sometimes you hear voices can be interesting, like having an imaginary friend. And John Gill says, Brazilian coffee. Admiral Teague, with his 2-month Rogan off and super chat, says thanks for the video. You are most welcome, Admiral.
How's it?
Yes, Mama Prey. Next time, I go on with the camera.
I can get like a big plastic tablecloth,
Mama Prey could get a big plastic tablecloth.
put it behind you and over your bed, and then come behind you with the hose.
No.
I could.
You could, but I don't want you to do. Mama Prey keeps wanting to douse me with the hose, the garden hose. And don't get me wrong, I actually would probably love to get like to have a shower right in the middle of my living room. But the vast amount of computer equipment and hospital beds that cost, over, literally this bed This bed literally cost, I didn't pay it, but somebody did. And it cost almost $100,000. And if it had to be replaced today, it would need to be over 100,000 because of inflation. So yeah, it's not really an option.
You take away all night long.
I'm sorry, Ronald Prey. John Gill says, I had visual hallucinations in the corner of my eyes. Really unnerving. Yeah, I was seeing those too. The Traveler says, wasn't it just Salty's birthday on Saturday? How old is he now? 6,000? Well, yes, it was his birthday on April 20th. But as to what age he is, I don't have confirmation. John Gill can't like Teague's super chat. Well, Teague, that's actually a member chat, not a super chat, but it's close. It's fine. I believe the like buttons are coming to those as well at some point. Stan Lee says to John Gill, I had been watching Top Gear on repeat and while not sleeping, so eventually started hearing Jeremy Clarkson. Lowell. Stan Lee also says to John, also felt like torture for a bit. Started hearing music, same song over and over, like a day. John Gill says to Stan Lee, I binge watched like 100 episodes of TNG and DS9, I think. Admiral Teague says, hey there to John Gill. Hakeem says, one time I was up for 3 days from drinking a bunch of Four Locos original formula and thought I saw my cat running on the walls. It was super trippy. DJ Play Nice says, that's not the super chat. Yeah, that's why you don't see a like button. Stan Lee says, Vertebrae 5. Although Doomcock seems to get around 500 live stream viewers, while those Nerdrotic FNT streams get 10,000 plus live viewers. Yeah, they do. That's why I'm saying. I mean, by the math, Nerdrotic has a far more successful show, but it's not all about the numbers. I mean, it's a whole different class of people. Not to say one is better than the other, but it's a whole different type of person who wants to listen to a guy and his arch nemesis / best friend in the world who lives in a fishbowl at the center of the earth behind an energy barrier, as they sing songs and tell jokes on a Friday night, versus Friday Night Tights, where you got half the panel, mostly the same people telling the same, maybe not the same, but talking about the news of the week, and just, I don't know, having fun, but not singing songs so much. TJ Play Nice is pointing up to John Gills. John Gills says, yeah, I saw my dog into some Lovecraftian monster in the corner of my eye. Stanley says, but there's 9 on the panel. Not sure how their profit sharing works. Friday Night Frolics. Yeah, I don't, it really doesn't matter. It don't matter how it works. It works for them. John Gill says, turns out she was just the same cute, fluffy dog when I looked. John Gill says 2 messages ago, of course, was supposed to say, turn into some Lovecraftian monster. Okay. Lovecraftian monster. Well, I still don't know what the hell that means, but I assume it makes more sense. Stanley says, Vertical 5, Doomcock show seems influenced by Phil Hendry. I don't know who that is. The Traveler says, okay, what's Bird rambling about now and how far back in the chat is he? I'm up to 453 in the chat and it's 511. So I'm making good time. Stanley says, yeah, I would go a bit boring. He's just listening to Gary complain about pop culture endlessly. Well, see, what I do like is when Gary does his Sunday night on the his second channel, where they talk about what used to be the Exozone with Doomcock, and now it's basically Ancient Aliens with Adam, what's his face, moved to Switzerland or Sweden. That really surprised me. It's the guy who used to be on Tim Cook. Him and Tim Cook were friends, and then they had a falling out, and then it turned out, to me anyway, this guy seemed better than, in my opinion, better at what he was doing than Tim was. Although clearly, again, Tim clearly has the much bigger channel than this other guy, but whatever. Jedi Bill with a $5 super chat says, part of the 5K club, God Emperor of Karoga. Kapla, Jedi Bill. And yes, guys, Jedi Bill hit the 5,000 club. 5,000 plus subscribers. Congratulations, Jedi Bill. Congratulations. Wish you the best. Wish you the absolute best, Bill. The absolute best. John Gill says, I only watch Gary videos, not Gary streams. don't have the patience. See, it's like I like um well, I watch both, but I really like Doomcock streams. The Doomcock videos, I just kinda watch just to toss him, just to keep the algorithm happy and see that he makes a few extra dollars. Stanley says at least Doomcock is a bit more entertaining. He's marvelously entertaining. Hakeem says to John Gill, I had stopped drinking that stuff after that lull. The mind can be a crazy AI sometimes. Stan Lee says to John Gill, no. Stan Lee says, had liked this stream better, had liked his streams better when they were small enough to interact more. They're mostly just podcasts now. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's the reality is when you get that, when they became the stars. I mean, I love it. I love them, and I'm so happy. I am so happy that they get to go out and they there are conventions now for them. There is a Geeks and Gamers Friday night tights convention, and it's free if you're a channel member. It's kind of weird, like if you're paying, it's free. Although to be honest, I know they did do it free even before they had channel memberships, or they would have if they, there's no reason to do a giant. The point is, they're not doing it to make money. They are doing it to give back to their community. But since there's a limited amount of space available, it only makes sense that the channel members get first dibs at getting an invitation to the bars and whatnot to where they're going. But I mean, understand, like, these are people who all used to go to conventions to see the stars, to get a chance for people to talk to the people that that were in the movies, in the comic books, drawing the comic books, whatever, writing the comic books, writing the scripts, acting in the movies, and now they've gone a full say 360, because that's back where you started, a full 180, and now they're the ones that people are going to conventions to see, and it's crazy. It's they have to know that they kind of passed. They passed a line in the sand, and yeah, things will never be the same. The Traveler yells, no birthday singing. Oh, I'm so sorry, Traveler. Do you want me to unsing it? Stan Lee says, and they read listener emails a few times a show, paid you super chat. That's right, yeah. Um, you know. DJ Play Nice has got some music playing. The Traveler says, no bird singing, dear God. Stanley says, is Bird a Peanuts fan? Not so much. Charlie Brown, no. Stanley says, or is Snoopy not a real beagle love? Snoopy did kind of get retconned to be a beagle because beagles are the best. But let's face it, I'm not. I know they're out there, but all white beagles, they're not the real beagles. I don't want to seem I'm racist, but I like beagles tricolored. Okay, you're not a real beagle unless you've got 3 colors. Captain Fandom Nerd says the Traveler hi. The Traveler says hello to Captain. Stanley says, what kind of dog is Odie? Well, you see, it's funny. It's funny you ask. Odie is a beagle also. Odie is officially a beagle. I don't know how, but that's what they say. See, everybody loves the beagle. And if Snoopy can be a beagle, Odie can be a beagle. Stanley says, Bird, yes. I think the REM is usually when you're in the lighter stages of sleep, so you can dream even if you only drift off a few minutes. Stanley says, you don't actually dream while in deep sleep. Really? Well, I mean, you know, what I've learned about sleep, I've learned from Star Trek, The Next Generation episodes where Dr. Crusher and Dr. Crusher and what's her face? Troy and Crusher would talk about the need for deep sleep and REM sleep, and so that's where I've learned about the human need for sleep. I would assume that they were correct, but I guess I can't put it past them to maybe it wasn't as necessary as it seems to be. Again, Stanley says, totem. Stanley says, you need to make a top spin. Make sure you're not a victim of Inception. I never understood that in Inception. Admiral Teague says, in a weird twist of internet, the captions are appearing before you speak the words. Interesting. Jim's Landscape LLC says hello. Hello, Commodore Productions. John Gill says Admiral Teague, the captain software is plugged directly into his brain, so it knows his thoughts before he speaks. Jim says, please check out Alien Ferengi Eater video. Alien Ferengi Eater video. Okay. And Jim says, hey to Teague and Captain Fandom Nerd. Thomas Potts says, Fraudcock. What Thomas? What do you have against, you know, I don't, let's not It's up to you, Thomas. I'm kind of curious what you have against Doomcock. But if it's not something you want in public, we could talk about it somewhere else. The Traveler says, my phone went back a couple of minutes, and I thought Bird was repeating himself again. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says, Phil Hendry did several guest voices on Futurama. I got what you're saying, I guess. Could be. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says Phil Hendry also had a talk radio show that was quite fun. Yeah, I mean, one day will we see Doomcock's real face? I mean, he did say that if he made it to 1 million subscribers, he would do a face reveal. But that was years ago. I haven't heard him renew that promise anytime recently, because, once you make it to 300,000 or 400,000 subscribers, making it to 1 million is a lot more likely than you would think. And well, considering that Doomcock doesn't appear to have a whole lot of help, if he did employ like even just one person to be his like SEO guru, like let's just say if Doomcock would put LDG in charge of his back category of videos, of streams, and all that stuff, I could definitely see a world where Doomcock would be able to double or triple his subscriber numbers within probably days. So I do think that at this point, he might be purposely keeping the numbers down to not have to reveal himself. So I don't know. That's just a wild, crazy thought of my own. I would forgive him. I would forgive him. Because if he did come forward at this point, it would only be bad for him, bad for everyone who knows him, and just why bring that all out? Stanley says, I think Doomcock is still anonymous. That's what I'm saying. As far as I know, he is. And I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want to hurt it. I wouldn't want to know. Okay, I guess I would, but I wouldn't want to be the one that ruined it. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says Phil Hendry was the voice of Free Waterfall Senior, and the entire Waterfall family on Futurama. Stanley says, trying to figure out how old he is. I think I heard him say his father was in the war, and that's World War II. It makes him older than I thought. Yeah. He's the thing was, I guess, is Doomcock a boomer or a Generation Xer? And he certainly seems to be right on the border. He's either a very young boomer or a very old Gen X. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't imagine a boomer actually going through life, you know. I know he doesn't go in character every time he leaves his house. It's only when he was, but the man met Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, and they went out around town, around Austin, Texas, around Austin, in costume. He was that dedicated that he wanted. Oh my God! And I don't think Jeremy got to see him. I think maybe he did, but I don't think. You know what? This is not something that we need to be talking about. Stanley's is Bird of Prey. Yeah, they didn't charge. They just had to sign up since the places had capacity limit. Exactly. I do respect that. They weren't charging. Thomas says, I remember Roddick pulling for a rumor he started himself. Admiral Teague says, so Snoopy's out. Only 2 colors. Seems a bit arbitrary. Yeah, Admiral, I'm a bit racist like that. Beagles need to have 3 colors. Pop Culture Curator says, hello, Pop. Hey, Pop. Says, hello, everyone. Kapla, hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, Pop. I always listen to quite a bit of your stream overnight. Good stuff. More jerky. Hashtag more jerky for sassy, says Mike Richards. Stan Lee says Troy, yes. A while. The Travelers as the captions have a hard time translating bird talk to English. The Travelers is Birdcock. Doomcock lied to us about who he really is. No, Traveler, he really is the living at the center of the earth. He just has his front door, or is up in Austin. Is there any Dear Bops? Is today Monday? There's at least one Dear Bop, Traveler. I saw it before I started the stream. I didn't read it. I just saw it was in the. It was there. There was a one Dear Bop. I don't know. I can't see it now. For now, there could be. Sometimes there's 10 more at this point. I don't know. Thomas Fox says, whatever happened to LDG and his big announcement? His big announcement, I believe it's June 6th, if I recall, is his bigger announcement. His last big announcement was that there's going to be a big announcement. So I know, but we all he in truth, he has put up, okay, listen, LDG he was, he has shown, he has put his money where his mouth has been. And I got to give the man credit. He has gone to streams of people who he seriously disliked, and he gave super chats and more than that. Membership chats for people he does not like, but he would do it for the people who were watching those channels. And I really have to say bravo for him to just to talk to he doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk. John Gill says the big announcement is scheduled for June. Yes. Thomas Spot says he was going to announce something on April 20th or 22nd. June is when he intends to destroy us all. Mamo Frey, could you pull the hose? Schwario says Birdo Prey 5, Kapla Bird. Hope I made it. I made it. Hope you and the family are doing well today. Thank you, Schwario. Says hello to you all. Jim says hi to Pop. LDG says thanks, Bird. But I'm surprised. I don't think I said anything yet by the time you were responding to that. Stanley says anticipation. It's making me late. It's keeping me waiting. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the comments jumped. Snoopy's out. Hello, you all. Thanks, Bird. Oh, it jumped. Oh, it had already jumped. It already jumped. Stanley says it's like waiting for the Olsen twins. You just gotta be patient. More jerky for Sassy Troy. Okay. Did I? Oh, okay. We caught up in the chat. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's bring up April holidays, and it is Earth Day, April 22nd, Earth Day. I do believe we have some birthdays out there today too, but I'll be honest, I can barely remember what the day it is looking at the calendar. So please, if it's your birthday today, please let me know, and I will sing you a happy birthday. Otherwise, it's also April Showers Day, which May flowers bloom after April showers. So go out to your garden and start planting. Yeah. Girl Scout Leader Appreciation Day, Global Selfie Earth Day. Get yourself at the perfect spot to take a selfie on this Global Selfie Earth Day. In God We Trust Day. This in the true American spirit. Let's embrace the term, in God we trust. Or in the Karogan spirit, in Bird we trust. Not to say that I'm more powerful than God. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying God doesn't need. What does God need with a starship? What does God need with a starship? I don't know. But what does Bird need with a starship? I need a starship so I can save the fucking whales. That's why I need a starship. So that case closed. Case closed. International Mother Earth Day. Note, it's round. Landing of the 33 Patriots Day. National IT Service Provider Day. No, that's not LDG. National Jelly Bean Day. Your dentist never has to know. National Pinup Day. Ooh. Step out in your best vintage and retro clothes to celebrate this day. Ooh la la. National Terry Day. Oklahoma Day. Because it's Oklahoma Day, Okies everywhere are raising their fists high. Let's celebrate with them. And it's also Passover. The Jewish holiday commemorates the biblical story of Exodus, where God freed the Israelites from Egypt. And finally, Stephen Lawrence Day. Racism should not exist. In honor of Stephen Lawrence, we commemorate this day to eradicate racial prejudice. I'm sure that means that they will look to people for the content of their character and not the color of their skin. Good day. Good day for that. Yeah, I like In God We Trust Day and Earth Day. Earth Day it is what it is. Schreier says, what the heck is going on with YouTube? Just made me sign back in and said I was already signed in. The Traveler says, whatever you do, do not tell Bird it's your birthday, unless you want more bird singing. And Schreier says he doesn't mind bird singing. Thomas Potts says, starships are cool. That's why God wanted one. Save the fucking whale, says Mike Richards. The multi-gunman says Bird. Schreier says Mike Richards, greetings from Texas. Multi-gunman says, hey Bird, how's it going? You don't want to know, multi-gunman. You don't want to know. Nobody wants to know. John Gill says, on Stephen Lawrence Day, you have to accept two-colored beagles. No, fuck them. Okay. It's Dear Bob. It's Dear Bob time. Dear Bob, what's the appropriate age to start dating? Asking for a friend. Mama Pray says 50. I mean, I would say as soon as you can. But for me, uh, it was in my 20s, but that was not by choice. Dear Joseph D., since you have never answered your phone, we found this to be the best way to contact you. We wanted to alert you that we will be purchasing all of the properties on 39th Avenue to build a new parking lot for the city. We have done through our thorough research and financial background on the valuation of your property, and will be sending a very fair $250,000 payment to your bank account next week. Please evacuate the premises by May 1st so that construction may begin. Thank you for your cooperation in advance, and we wish you a good day. Bayside City Leaders, Richard Little, Planning Commission. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen, except that replace parking lot with migrant shelter. Dear Bob, oh dear Joe, please help us find our Papa. We have asked you many times before, but we really need you to find our father Deej. As you may recall, he left us to chase your sister and begin his life anew with your sister and nephew. Papa Deej withdrew all of his money from our family bank account, and there is nothing left for us to buy food and drinks. In addition, our dad took the family Mazda Miata. That is the vehicle you should be able to find him in. Once you locate our father Deej, please tell him to come home immediately. You can tell him that his latest issue of Easy Riders has arrived. That might help convince him to come home. Peej and Reach. I'll try again, Peej and Reach, but I don't know if Easy Riders is going to be enough. Multi-Gunman says Bird doesn't date. He only acquires harem. It's a lot of work, but it pays off in the end. Stanley says bring a towel. Dear Bob, would you please pass along a message for me? I would like to propose to LDG, as I find him to be absurdly dreamy. As long as he meets these strict limitations, we are definitely meant for each other. 1, LDG must be circumcised. 2, he must have no hair on his body. 3, he must like Bud Light. 4, he must be able to sing show tunes along with me. And 5, and finally, LDG needs to have a Black Lives Matter tattoo. So if he has these things, we are perfect for each other. Thank you, Bird. Sincerely, Dylan Mulvaney. I will ask Dylan. I'm not sure about some of those things. Dear Bob, I know a good way to keep you awake. Have Mama Pray put ice on your back. Funny, you should mention that. No, Mama Pray. No, you don't need to actually do that. Mama Pray was in at the refrigerator /
Ice on your back. I don't have to.
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. So Mama Frey hands are ice cold. And she just has to put them on my back. And yeah. Yeah.
I was just under cold water.
We were just under cold water. Okay. Stanley says, don't leave the house. If you can go to the store, someone will squat and steal your house. It is a legit, honestly, it's a legit concern. God forbid I had to go into the hospital. What would happen? John Gill says, if he isn't circumcised, you could just circumcise him yourself. All you need is some scissors. Or a can opener. Oh my God. Dr. Scotty says, or another way to keep Bert awake is to have Charlie bite his finger. No, Charlie would be quite painful if he was to bite me. And Charlie has his own medical issue, but seems to be unrelated to me. He seems to be having a sore throat. Stanley says, get Mop one of these canned air horns and set it off if Bird nods off. Mike Richards is sassy. There's a vicious watchdog. I don't know about that.
I'll get it.
Or
Seth.
cherry bombs. I don't think Mama Frey likes cherry bombs.
I don't like noise.
Yeah, she doesn't like noise. I don't think there was anything here, Mom. Mama Frey is checking out the porch of the house, but I don't think anybody dropped off anything. Anyway, guys, I think that'll be it for today. Thank you all for hanging out. I'm sorry I was half asleep, 3/4 asleep, 5/6. I was 5/6 asleep when we started. Now I'm mostly awake, but I got to eat a little something, and I got to. It's one of those days. It's actually one of those weeks where I'm having a GI issue, if you know what I mean. That super poop, super sticker. That's what I need. I need some super poops. But we'll manage. We'll figure it out. Thank you. LDG at Free the Net says developing feature on Free the Net that will be offered free of charge to any member. There's a link to an example. The multi-government says, have a great evening, Bird. You deserve it. Farewell from Columbus, Ohio, says Mike Richards. Dr. Scotty says, take care, Bird and all. And LDG says, need more time to release a vid, but no, I am busy as hell keeping the ball rolling. Yeah, he is. Hakeem says, great sleep stream. Get some rest. Thank you, Hakeem. Okay, guys. Cut plot all. Bird out.